Hey everybody, this is Jared with Meeple Mentor. Today I'm opening and unboxing with you All About Terre Haute, Indiana. This is part of the All About Town series of games that came out in the early 80s. This one still has its shrink wrap on, but I wanted to open it with you and, kind of capture a piece of history along the way and see what it was like. We have custom artwork on all of the All About Town games. They're all limited edition, meaning they only printed a certain amount for the pre-orders and for their expected demand for that city. But this was a promotional type of board game that was made basically to promote the city. Oop, we've got coupons on the back, which of course the sticker should have told us. $100 or more in free coupons with every game. So you can see the coupons that were attached to the back here, and every game of this All About Town series came with coupons that you could actually use for the various locations and local businesses. So in this one, and of course we have custom artwork from a local artist from Terre Haute, Indiana. They tried as much as they could to get people local to do the artwork. So they typically have all these famous landmarks or people from the city and put that on the cover. And yeah, this is from 1982, part of the All About Town series that was primarily promotional. They got a bunch of local businesses to come together and sign on to be able to participate and have their brand or their company represented in the game. So these are the player tokens, which you just punch out and then fold them and move your piece along, but they are also based off of local businesses. So you got WTHI TV, Great Scott Supermarket, ABC is the place. This one says WBOQ FM 108. So I don't know how many of these businesses are still going to be around today. So if you are from this city and you know which one of these are still in business, let us know. So here's the rule book. And again, this box has never been opened. I was able to get a copy, and actually one of the guys that sold this was able to give me some from his own collection that he still had. The rule book reads much like like a theater playbook or even a local restaurant that has ads sponsored, because there's just lined with ads on the side, as you can see. And then here lists all the different game board squares that you might collect, different color cards. So the object of this, while it's similar to Monopoly, it had its own rule set where you have these shopping lists, and you could, you're trying to do a scavenger hunt and go around the map and collect various things from these businesses. We have cards. Oh, that's a little broken already here. We've got travel cards, which some don't even say like if they do anything. Looks like these don't even have like an in-game effect other than just collecting a green travel card, which is probably just an item that you need. But you just punch these out, and there you go, you build a little deck. This one is surprise cards, so much like Chance from Monopoly. These had some sponsored, some not. Like this, just generic red light, detour, lose one turn, that sort of stuff. It's interesting that the larger logos on this, the large real estate on these cards is really for the business, and it's like the gameplay was really secondary. I think these were mostly sold as novelty gifts, to friends or family that lived there and wanted something, kind of interesting and unique that represented not only their state but the city they live in, and a lot of the businesses that they probably went to or frequented. So that's why this whole thing is very historical or time capsule of what it was like, in each of these cities. They made 200 of these for all these different cities around America. So here we've got some game pieces. You've got 2 dice. You roll your die and you can move just like Monopoly, move around the map. And then the plastic tokens in here, that's for your your player pieces. They just stick right in there and you just start moving them along the map. We've got custom-made type of money here. Some of these probably, yep, some of them do have sponsors. I see the Valley Federal Savings and Loan printed on the 10s, 20s, and 50s. The other ones, looks like they didn't get sponsors for, but it just says All About Terre Haute. So I'll just put that right back on here with the included rubber band. And the board was, all of these boards for the All About Town series were unique. They all artistically mimicked what the actual map looked like, typically the downtown area. See if I can put this together, kind of get an idea for what it looked like. And if you live here currently, then you'll probably be able to recognize some of these things and point out things that maybe aren't there anymore. Okay, I'm having trouble with this corner piece, so let me just try this here. Yep. I wish it were a little more clear on how this was arranged, but I'm sure if you live there, it's probably pretty obvious. Alright. So these all were 6 board pieces in each of these to make a fairly large map, especially considering what the size of Monopoly was at the time, which was kind of the only reference point for this kind of game. So that is what the map looks like from 1982. And as you play, you can look, there's some roads that are one-way streets, and they'll have these arrows on them. So otherwise on your turn, you kind of roll the die and you move your token on these spaces, like orange and red spaces. If you land on the question mark, you got to draw the chance cards, and you're trying to get to all these various businesses that are out on the map to collect the items on your shopping list. So somewhat, but not, like Monopoly, it has its own stuff, but of course the travel cards and the surprise cards, very much like Chance and Community Chest, they mimicked a lot of it. But these games were produced before Monopoly had all these variants that started happening with the various cities. I think the cities might have been the first ones Monopoly started doing that were the custom versions. But this came first. This was the first one that said, let's make a custom board game, just about a city. And it's a pretty interesting, type of game. It's cool. I'm excited to sort of see these and have them in my collection. I hope you are just as interested as well. I have a couple other unboxings that I'm doing for the ones that I have. Again, there have been 200, so if you have one or if you've seen any or played any, let me know. Comment. I'd love to hear about it, and if you've played it before, let me know what you think. If it's if it's any fun or just more interesting if you're from that city. I don't know. But it is a cool find. It's a very sort of callback to a different time and place, that little time capsule. So thanks for watching. I've been Jared with Meeple Mentor. Stick around, subscribe, make sure you stick around for other learn to play videos that I do. I typically teach board games, medium to heavy, complex games, but other stuff as well. I do unboxings occasionally and interviews with notable game designers or what have you. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in. See ya.